From all of us here at KOAM, I want to thank all of you who have donated, or maybe you plan on donating here during one of our Toy Box Tuesday telethons, as we find ourselves in the midst of one right now. Our great volunteers down there, they're awaiting your phone call, and all you have to do is dial 1-888-620-4TOY. That's 1-888-620-4TOY. I want to thank great people like Brian Bilson in Joplin. Brian donating $100. Brian, thank you so much. Haley Becker, she donated $50 in Pittsburgh. And Haley, a special thank you to you. Also, Jim and Benita Barone, $50 from Frontenac. Thank all of you who are helping us put a smile on every kid's face during this holiday season. It's a nice mild one, almost call it warm, but I wouldn't quite go that far. 64 degrees, the cloud cover really slowing us down from too much of a warm-up, but still very delightful. Average high this time of year would be, say about 49 degrees if you average it out at Joplin Regional Airport. Average high would be 48, so let's concentrate on these records right here, not only for today, but we're going to go ahead and throw up our records for December the 15th as well. Now, we're not quite there yet, and we've got a ways to go. We've still got 7 degrees to go in Joplin, only 5 in Pittsburgh, but as you can tell, if we can hit these peak heating hours in between 2, 3 o'clock, we got a chance to challenge everything as recent as 2008 in Pittsburgh and Joplin, dating back as far as 1933, that bottom one right there. That's Chanute and Miami that date back to 33. The wind tracker has been impressive. It seems like it's been the umpteenth day that we've been talking about it coming in from the south at double digits, and that's why we've got high wind warnings that stretch all the way through southeast Kansas. But even when you push into southwest Missouri and northeast Oklahoma, we're seeing it come in easily 15, gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour. And it's not just us in the midst of this. In fact, if we run out here to the west coast and follow these wind advisories, watches, warnings in some form or fashion, all the way to the gale warnings in LA, up to Chicago, where they've even got storm warnings for Lake Michigan, we're talking about 1,900 miles and 50 million Americans in the midst of a wind watch of some form or fashion. No precipitation as of yet. We're watching a little Gulf moisture pick up there right along the Oklahoma-Arkansas state line in the central portion of the Sooner and Natural State. But for the most part, following the jet stream off to our, staying down to our southeast, following off to our northeast. The ridge really pushing back here, but you can tell there's our warm bubble. And as this thing expands all the way up through portions of Nebraska and Iowa, and a whole bunch of cities in the Midwest have a chance to set some records. And so while the high pressure kind of keeps us quiet, let's talk about what's out on the west coast, because it's going to play a role in our weather. They got caught in another atmospheric river. Here it is, being sucked in off the Pacific. And also what we're doing is watching all that precipitation drop into Southern California. So they've got wind, they've got the potential to have anywhere from about 3 to 4 inches in downtown LA alone. So what that'll do for us is actually set us up for some thunderstorm activity after it makes it over the Rockies. But we got to get there first. We'll start with just a little Gulf moisture that'll spring up, we'll say this evening into the night, mainly so out to the east and to the south. But then as we get into Wednesday morning, we see it begin to spread just a little bit, certainly nothing severe. But as this thing makes its way over the Rockies, it begins to form a definitive line of thunderstorm activity to our northwest. Rolls through, band of heavy rain along with the thunder and the lightning, dropping off, should be done by the Thursday morning commute. But you'll also notice the marginal category on the severe thunderstorm risk map for Wednesday and Thursday. Give you a better idea here. Watch this thing as it moves over the mountains, reformulates, doesn't just drop all snow. And then we get a little bit of an offshoot from that thing that heads up toward the Great Lakes. Here's the big problem with this, Tanya. We talked about this earlier. Watch where this thing stalls out, right where they're trying to do their tornado cleanup, as well as putting them back in the severe thunderstorm risk map for Thursday into Friday. Now, by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, we actually see a little sunshine, as a matter of fact. And our temperatures, still 7 to 10 degrees above normal.
All right. Yeah, you can't complain about that for sure.
No, we cannot. I'm just excited we get to talk record watch